What led you to leave the WWE?
I felt that I couldn't get a good grip, on a storyline, and I didn't. The ally thing backstage wasn't, it just Raven and I weren't clicking, and I just thought, man, I don't know, if I can keep having a very difficult time sleeping, just tired. It seemed like it was time for it to go away for a while.
Did you leave on good terms?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I didn't.
Like, did creative say, if we have something for you, we could bring you back down the line, or?
Yeah, there was never any doors closed or anything. I had during my time there, as I told you, I'd met somebody. Just, I guess that I knew that with my stage fright and everything, and wondering if I would ever be able to be with that to a great degree, and I wanted to. And when I was out there with Hunter and Stephanie and Road Dogg, and those are magical times. It didn't exist. You felt hell a little bit with Raven and I not clicking right, and then that moment of a riff that I think he took pretty personally, of me knowing what the storyline was going to be before he did, and I revere that. I've always it's their world. A woman fits in a different way, and I don't think that you're a woman to go there and be like ridiculously ballsy, and so I mean it was out of decorum for that, but the heat didn't have to be this forever going on bullshit
Right.
at all. That was stupid, because so that was just stupid. But yeah, it didn't. I wanted to go study and to be very thorough, because for somebody like Hunter and Raven and Piper, for these people that would meet and will meet, and the our mates that pass away, I felt that I could be of more help to them, by continuing my study of being with the body. So much of that went through because of what I went through my knee and my shoulder, and how much surgery really is necessary, and what needs to be done. And can you get somebody completely cleaned up without surgery? Absolutely, you can. You can do it in record time. I do that now for the world's elite athletes. And so it's something that very much could be used. But I spent my time thinking of that, being enamored with the body in motion, so going to the more cerebral practicing end of it. And that's what I've spent the last 10 years doing. It's a enviable practice, and it's just day after day is nothing but people from coming out of, I've worked with people with cerebral palsy that couldn't walk and couldn't get their heels down on the floor, that are up with a slight limp now, to people that we're looking at. I've got some great people coming in, some more figures that have had several spine surgeries, and they're still not moving well, and they're in the professional leagues in basketball to football, and they're going to be cut, and their career is going to end, and it doesn't have to go down that way. So the careers don't have to end, and so that's the now what I'm noted for. And so people are flown in from all over the world to be with me, and so it's great. And that couldn't have been that. So it seemed the appropriate time. My heart was really there, and as I've said several times in my conversation with you, the amount of reverence that I have for people that are in there, and it is their life, that 24/7. And the way I felt that I could be best with that was to go learn how to be with them, in their body. So, if Hunter wants to work until way past the age that, Ric Flair's even working, he can, there is, and it doesn't have to, and people that have had surgery and it doesn't come out well, it doesn't have to be over if they don't want it to be over. So that's.
Were you a Flair mark? at all?
Huge Flair mark, right. Massive Flair mark. He's massive. he was the bomb. I watched him just make somebody that, I guess maybe I was having a fantasy, somebody that didn't know how to work, that if I could be in there one day with him, maybe I would start to understand how to work
right
in there, so maybe it's and plays just charismatic, his ring stuff, his that Space Odyssey music and
Right.
everything. How could you not just go nuts over that?
Do you still follow the business today?
Yeah, I watch as much as and yeah, I see. I'm not in on every angle that's going on. I like where it's going. I think the women are beautiful. I love the way they're working in the ring. Everything that I catch from that, they look incredible, and I think it's the great amount of spice for the show. I think that's exactly how the females fit in, and the men all look great, and yeah, it's great.
Who are some of the girls that you like watching today?
I don't. Candace was one that I watched that I really thought had, and then the Glamazon. I
Right.
thought she was intriguing to watch, and they're really there's so many. It was I was more watching body movement in work and stuff. So I'm sorry to all of those that I didn't catch the name entirely. But there's so many. We were talking about that. How many more women there are today than like my skeleton crew back in the day. Sable, Jackie, and Luna.
Huh.
And then me.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Any regrets looking back?
Oh God. No, I still think that there's more to be played out. I think that, no, it was great. Everything was. I love my life so much, and I loved that as well. I mean, so I can't find. I mean, yeah, I wish I would have been better at backstage politics or something like that. Yeah, but that's a very small pebble on the road of life to go back and lament over. But yeah, if I could have done anything better, that would have been it for sure.
Do you keep in touch with anybody in the business now at all? Or?
No, this is actually the first time I've sat and talked about the business with, somebody
Wow.
in and involved. I mean, so this is the first time. So I hope I haven't scared any small children and mothers are pulling the kids back in the car. Ah.
Is there anyone that you never got a chance to work with that you really wanted to work with back in the day?
Oh man, I would have loved. Ric Flair came in then. I would have loved to have hung on for just a little bit longer.
Right.
And have been able to just even been around while they were putting stuff to, gather anything of that. Yeah. I got to meet him. I would work out in his gym when we were in the Carolina.
Right, Charlotte.
Yeah. And he was, every bit as beautiful when I met him. A very larger than life person and very gracious, beautiful man.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.